CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. So glad you decided to spend some time with us on this Tuesday, May 26th. Let's start in Greater Sudbury, where United Steelworkers Local 6500 says its bargaining committee has reached a tentative deal for workers at Valet. Local 6500 represents about 3,000 employees. The bargaining committee announced this month workers had voted 98% in favor of a strike mandate. Today's announcement was just a tentative deal had been reached. No details on what the contract might include have been released by either party. Workers will vote on the agreement Thursday and Friday. Okay, it's time for your first check on weather. Glorious sunshine out there and summer-like conditions. For more details, let's bring in CTV's Rick Wyman. Rick.
Tony, now you're talking. Summer-like conditions. We haven't heard that expression in, well, a long time. Humid X factor ranging in Sudbury anywhere from 26, 27, 28. Windy but warm. Our systems map courtesy of CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca. Maybe the chance of showers in some areas for tomorrow, but really nothing significant. Again, those temperatures with the sunshine will continue. We'll check out the 5-day forecast and give you a look-see as to what you can expect maybe for this weekend. Tony, just a couple of minutes away.
Thanks for that, Rick. A collision in Timmins has closed the intersection at Highway 655 and Algonquin Boulevard in all directions. The crash happened a little over an hour ago. No details have been released, but motorists are asked to avoid the area. Provincial police are asking for the public's help after 40 pieces of pressure-treated wood were stolen from a business in St. Charles earlier this month. OPP say the theft happened during the evening of May 7th. Police say they want to speak to the owner of this dark-colored Dodge pickup truck. Investigators say the vehicle was seen heading north on Highway 535 that evening and again near midnight on May 19th. Anyone with information is asked to contact police or Crime Stoppers. Tens of thousands of children are reported missing in Canada every year. Yesterday, on National Missing Children's Day, advocates were calling on the public to help bring them home. According to data shared by the OPP, children accounted for 48% of all missing persons cases in Canada in 2025. The Canadian Centre for Child Protection says May 25th serves to honor every child who has gone missing over the decades. Advocates emphasize this is a national issue that transcends all demographics.
This is something that is every community's concern. Everybody should be, aware of the situations that are happening and keeping their eyes and ears open. So spread awareness, and also just to take some time to also reflect on families who are navigating impossibly devastating circumstances as they are looking for their children.
Lane is encouraging community members to check online missing children databases to see if they recognize any faces or can provide any information. Public Health Sudbury District's community drug strategy recently shared new data on drug use, drug toxicity, deaths, and emergency services. From January to April this year, paramedics responded to 306 calls for suspected opioid-related incidents, up from 122 last year. Emergency room visits for confirmed drug poisonings went from 92 visits in 2025 to 155 in 2026, and deaths from suspected overdoses increased to 48 from 43.
The cause of the increase is unknown, and that we are facing a drug poisoning crisis that's driven by an increasing toxic and unpredictable drug supply. So noting that potent opioids and sedatives are often mixed into the supply, and there is no way for people to know if a lethal dose or combination is present.
CTV spoke with the chief of paramedic services in Sudbury in February. At that time, he said paramedics were averaging 2 to 3 overdoses per shift. He also highlighted the toxicity, saying there are times when naloxone doesn't work. But the success rate of naloxone is still high. A public training session was held in Sudbury last night to help combat the ongoing toxic drug crisis. Hosted by the Impact 7010 Rotary Club and led by the Go Give Project, it is part of a broader effort by Rotary clubs to bring life-saving training to communities. The event featured speeches from a local author and a person with lived experience. Participants learned how to recognize an overdose, asked questions, and received hands-on naloxone training.
So the goal of tonight is to, hopefully educate our fellow members of community on, the things that we see in our community as far as substance use and toxic drug poisonings go. We're also hosting an naloxone training session so that we can equip as many people as possible with the life-saving tool in hopes that we can reach more people with more access.
Ali says there are plans to host more training sessions in the future. 80 charges have been laid against 7 people after a major drug trafficking investigation linking the Greater Toronto Area and Northwestern Ontario. Police released the results of the investigation today after executing warrants at 3 homes in Thunder Bay. They seized cash, drugs, and weapons worth more than $45,000. Several police services were involved in the investigation, including Anishinaabe ASCII and Thunder Bay Police Services. You can learn more about the investigation on our website, CTV News Northern Ontario.ca. It's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. Right now, let's head to Gillies Lake in Timmins. This live webcam is courtesy of that city. It's 24 degrees. We are back in a few minutes.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Gotta say, the walk this morning was great before I had to head off to work. And you know what? The sunshine, the warmer temperatures feel really good at this stage because after all, we are heading into June and we're almost expecting this. Forecast radar, a little bit of rain in some areas, maybe 30–40% chance of showers for tomorrow, but nothing significant. So we dodged that bullet. So we'll take a look and see what else is happening this week. Lots of sunshine, some warmer temperatures, maybe the chance of rain. Sudbury Nickel Belt right now, mainly cloudy tomorrow. It's going to be clear overnight, but increasing cloud tomorrow morning, 21 your temperature. Thursday, sunny skies, 22. This is the only aberration in the forecast, if I can use that expression. A 60% chance of showers, 21 on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, some sunny skies and maybe the odd cloud, 20 and 21 your temperatures. Meanwhile, Sault Ste. Marie, pretty good looking forecast, mainly sunny, 17. Thursday, sunshine, 21. Chance of showers Friday, 21. 20 and 21 Saturday and Sunday. That's a very good looking forecast. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, chance of showers at 40% tomorrow, 18. 21 Thursday, sunshine Friday, just like Sudbury, 60% chance of showers, 21. 20 Saturday, 20 on Sunday. So again, weekend is looking pretty good. Meanwhile, the story in Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, somewhat similar. Chance of showers tomorrow, 21. 21 Thursday, sun and cloud. Friday, again, 60% chance. 20 degrees your daytime high. Saturday, Sunday, sun and cloud both days at 20. So all in all, not a bad looking forecast right across the Northeast with the odd day of rain. So again, Friday, it looks like a 60% chance, and that's a pretty good odd if you ask me. North Bay and West Nipissing, chance of showers tomorrow, only 30%, 22. Thursday, sunny skies at 20, 60% chance come Friday at 20, 19 and 20 Saturday and Sunday. Sunny skies and maybe a few cloudy breaks as well. So all in all, not a bad forecast. Get through that chance of rain at 30 or 40%, but it looks like Friday, Tony, at 60%. So let's keep our fingers crossed on that one. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. A new technology used at the Ontario Forest Research Institute in Sault Ste. Marie could be critical in expanding the sector across the province. CTV's Corey Nordstrom has those details.
Experts with the Ontario Forest Research Institute have been using LiDAR technology to gather greatly improved information on the province's managed forests.
This information will be used certainly by forest industry, forest managers, but fish and wildlife managers, fire managers as well, to map out fire risk across the province. Potentially other resource industries as well that are interested in maybe constructing their own roads or accessing certain areas of timber. So the applications are endless, essentially.
The province is now providing $14 million to move to the next stage of the work.
Now we are in the very complex process of taking that imagery, that information, and deriving the information about the forest that is used to build the inventory. And that process is going to be ongoing for the next few years to gear up for the beginning of the next forest management planning cycle.
The province's Associate Forestry Minister views Ontario's sustainable forest management system as a source of major bragging rights, saying that the new data, which will be easily available for industry officials, helps continue that trend.
This technology will be another tool for the sector, for the harvesters and the industry to, take all the information that's being gathered, do more effective and more targeted harvesting operations to ensure that they're harvesting in areas where the wood is best suited for harvesting, and leave those areas then that maybe need some more time for growth.
Ontario's managed forests amount to roughly 28 million hectares and bring in over $20 billion in revenue. Holland notes that there is capacity to double the amount that is sustainably harvested in the province, and he believes that technology and data such as this is key in unlocking the other half of Ontario's crown forests. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
North Bay's Capitol Centre will play host to the premiere screening of a new reality TV show that mixes the behind-the-scenes energy of film production with the fast-paced comedy and drama of a working kitchen. It's called Lights, Camera, Kitchen.
Action! Going into every film is a battle.
The reality show follows two women running a film craft and catering company, working on film and TV sets. Business partners Natalia and Lisa are an emerging film craft and catering team working to overcome the daily challenges of feeding cast and crew during demanding production schedules. The screening is this Saturday at the Capitol Centre at 5 p.m.
Every film set we have to cook for 40 to 100 people, and everything is very stressful because we have to be on time. We can't be late. And so when we cook, it's a chaos in the kitchen, lots of funny stories. And when we saw those stories, we decided to share that.
And the broadcast premiere is slated for Thursday on Bell 5 TV1. It's Canada's longest consecutive running outdoor music festival, coming up on CTV News at 5. How is this year's Northern Lights Festival Boreal shaping up? What kind of financial pressures is it facing? Mark June 10th on your calendar. It's Armed Forces Day in North Bay, Canada's largest Armed Forces Day event. The day is free for the public, and 2,500 students from area schools will be in attendance. This year, the Royal Canadian Air Force is celebrating 75 years of 22 Wing Canadian Forces Base in the city. This will also mark the last time North Bay will get to see the snowbirds in its current iteration.
We had the snowbirds here last August, and they flew an air show here, and they're coming back again for another demonstration. I think that shows the commitment of the snowbirds to the city of North Bay.
When the government decided that they were going to mothball this base, the work that our MP, Bob Wood, did to be able to save the base and keep the base here was crucial. And now we see the fruits of that hard work that he did back then, with the base being a solid player in strategic defense.
You know, honestly, it's just getting out and among the community, being visible. Like here in North Bay specifically, we're kind of cloistered away up on the hill, but we've been part of this community for almost 75 years.
Festivities on June 10th get underway at 10 a.m. and run until 2 p.m. Weather permitting. Memorial Drive will be closed on that day from 7 a.m. until 4 p.m. Canada's longest continually running outdoor music festival happens every July in Sudbury, but the nonprofit is sharing some concerns for future years. CTV's Madison Merrier tells us more.
Typically, 10,000 people attend the Northern Lights Festival Boreal over the course of 3 days. But recently, the nonprofit shared some financial challenges they've been facing.
We need to prepare because we intend to remain Canada's longest continuously running music festival. We've been at it for 5 decades, and we hope that there's 5 more to come. But expenses have risen about 40% over the last couple of years since COVID. and grants and sponsorship remain the same.
There were always festivals that, that disappeared. Festivals appear and disappear, right on a regular basis, and it's normal. But at this pace, what we've seen in the past couple of years is really striking. It's just incredible to see that dozens of festivals have closed in Canada, disappeared, paused, canceled, whatever. But we see it each and every week.
Festivals and Major Events Canada says organizers are facing financial challenges across the country, which is why they are lobbying for the federal government to increase funding for festivals.
If we want to raise a festival and we want to have a festival that is sustainable, it takes a village. So it takes, of course, the festival goers, but it takes the city, it takes the province, it takes the federal, it takes sponsors.
We review the budget every year and we make cuts. And a lot of times the cuts come to artists, the artist budget, and the marketing budget. And we try to cut where we can, but there's certain areas where we can't cut.
Northern Lights Festival Boreal says after this year, the festival anticipates changes to the budget, ticket price, and overall scale. Madison Marier, CTV News, Sudbury.
Hundreds of people converged on the Laurentian University campus in Sudbury today for an annual track and field event meant to highlight inclusivity. CTV's Angela Gemmell has more.
Students test their athletic abilities, but this track and field meet in Greater Sudbury is more adaptive and inclusive.
This event is specifically designed for our students with special needs that might not be able to participate in their school's regular track meet. So we do the best that we can to have everyone come out and compete and have a great day.
More than 560 students attended the All-Star Athletic Meet at the Laurentian University track on Tuesday. The annual event is for students from Rainbow District School Board and Conseil Scolaire de Grand Nord.
Regardless of your physical ability, everyone loves to compete and we love to cheer them on. So there's huge cheering sections here all day long and it's just a wonderful event so that everyone can participate.
Competitions include long jump, high jump, softball throw, and various distances for running. All abilities participate.
If they race in their wheelchair or in their stroller, we adapt all field events as well so that everyone has an opportunity to be included, and it's a wonderful inclusive event.
When he first started, he was in a wheelchair stroller, so I used to have to run with him and push, and now he's fully mobile and runs all on his own, so for Odin, he doesn't need any assistance. He just needs a little bit of help with direction on which way to run, and I run with him so that way he follows and doesn't turn around and run back to me.
Do you have a favorite?
The racing part.
Yeah, you like running?
Yeah.
How come?
Because you get to see how fast you can run.
This is the 23rd year for the event, which was formally called the Challenge Meet. Along with students and staff, families come to support their children and grandchildren. Williamson calls the track meet a big community event that everyone looks forward to every year. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Sudbury.
So what kind of pet is up for adoption this week? When we return, our Take Me Home Tuesday segment. You're watching First at 5.
Welcome to Take Me Home Tuesday, and it looks like Emma Bailey of the Sudbury SPCA has her hands full with Niall. You'll recall a couple of weeks ago, Niall's sister was on the show and was adopted. Now it's Niall's turn. Great coloring, Emma. This guy's a handful.
Absolutely. He's full of energy and love. Usually he's just being such a suck, but as he comes out of his shell, hello, thank you. As he comes out of his shell, he's really showing his personality. He's very affectionate. He's just over 3 months old, so he's still learning his manners, getting really active, and he's looking for the home that can help him grow and learn everything he needs to learn.
So based on what we've seen so far, the sister a couple of weeks ago and now Niall, what's a transition period for families looking at perhaps being able to accommodate a puppy like Niall?
Absolutely. So the first little bit will be a learning period. So as they come out of their shell, get used to their surroundings, they'll sort of grow into their personalities, and especially with puppies, it's good to have some learning, keep doing some training. Puppies are really great for learning, so keeping them active and entertained is always the goal.
I know.
Okay, he's also a kisser. He loves to kiss, and that's a good thing because the affection coming from Niall is tremendous. I really, really like that.
Absolutely. And if you're not looking for a puppy, we do have our spring adoption event happening this weekend. So Friday and Saturday, any of our large dogs over 65 pounds will be 50% off. So we have Renata, who's a beautiful dog waiting at our center, and she will be on the adoption event. And we're hoping she goes home as well as our puppies.
Okay, Emma, great news. The cats got a home from last week.
Yes, absolutely. We actually had a whole other litter of kittens go home this weekend too. It's just been incredible. Puppy and kitten season is in full swing, and the adoptions are just as fantastic.
Okay, let's find a home for Niall. Please give Emma or any one of the great staff at the Sudbury SPCA a call. We're back with more Take Me Home Tuesday in 7 days.
Our first community close-up comes to us from Sudbury. St. Andrew's United Church downtown is holding a women's used clothing and accessory sale. It's happening this Thursday from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. and Friday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Unsold articles will be donated to local charities. We are rolling into Espanola. The Night Cruisers Car Club is hosting its 23rd annual Cruise In and Craft Fair Saturday, May 30th. There will be crafters and vendors, and the Massey Food Bank is accepting non-perishable food donations. It's all happening at the Espanola Regional Recreation Complex. And let's go to North Bay, and Cindy Lou Heppenstall-Brooks sent us a series of photographs. She spotted fiddleheads on Cape Paceway, plus an elusive red squirrel, and Cindy Lou says beavers are prepping these trees for a quick takedown. Thanks so much for thinking of us. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can always email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And finally for us tonight, Sault Ste. Marie Playground had a very unusual visitor yesterday. Keegan McAllister got this shot of a black bear climbing up a playground structure and safely sliding down the slide. The bear then sauntered back into the bush. I'd say that was a perfect 10 for the landing. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.